Dear farmers, let me show you something. I want you to learn something today. I have told you, I said this many times that me, Hamis, I have told you many things. And I find myself even repeating what I did some time back. You get it? The reason why I do that, I want to emphasize points. I want to see you getting money. I want you to get dollars out of this. And I don't want you to just move into the business when you don't know. What I want to show you is that most of you guys, you've been complaining about that I tell you the goats are old goats and they have horns. In actual sense, I would like to explain to you one thing that you want to know. All goats, which are hybrids, they really have horns. And at birth, actually, Ryan, get that coat. Bring it here. You see, this goat is 3 weeks. You get? This goat is 3 weeks. But do you see the horns? So this goat of 3 weeks, it already has the horns. I think you can see. And most of you people think that checking the age of these goats is all about the horns. No, let no one lie to you, because this is 3 weeks old. And this is a goat of 6 months. You get? I think you can see how long it is. But look at the horns. If somebody tells you that you can detect the age depending on the horns, I don't really believe it. It's not even true, because in Western Uganda, most of them even, count these rings and say, this is 1 year, this is 2 years, so this could be around 3 years. But in actual sense, scientifically, we have what they call dentition. I don't know how it also applies to human beings. I don't know whether it applies or not. But me, what I know is all about the vets. So this girl, you see, is 6 months old. We have just weaned it. But if it goes back to the mother, it can as well suckle. But we check the teeth. We use what they call dentition. I think the cameraman can come over. You see, all these teeth is young. But these teeth, when they make around 8 months, you're going to find that the teeth separates completely, and this will start getting very weak. When it makes a year, this pair will go out, and we shall get another pair. So, excuse me, okay? So, what happens? Sorry, I have a young generation here. I have young hamiisis that are going to come up. And I also advise you guys, that you need to bring your kids on board. I'm now in questions, and guys are really asking me a lot of questions. I'm just trying to put them off so that I explain to farmers, because this is a farmers class. It's not kids class. So, but it's good also to be around. So you have seen the teeth, and I want to give you a very good comparison. This is also a kid of around, I think this is around 3 months. You see, this is around 5, and this is 3 months. You get? I think you see all the teeth are really very small and very soft. I would like you guys to keep holding these goats like that. Jamal, keep holding it like this, if you have some power. And this is a very big giant. I think you first show these guys the length of this goat. You see, this is also another good giant girl. I think you can see, but we want to show you the age such that you get the difference between the two. So hold it here. So this goat, I think the cameraman can even bring the camera so close such that you can see. I want you to compare this teeth with the other teeth. You see, cameraman, show them even the other teeth. Those are too small and very soft. I think you can even see they're even soft and shaking, because they will be going out anytime. So this is permanent teeth. They are big. Most of the time, like for us here who are feeding our animals on the hard grasses, they come out on a year. If you're feeding your animals, I said this many times, on concentrates, it will come out on 1 year and 2 months. That's around 14 months. So this is one pair, this is two, this is three, and this is four. That means this goat is fully grown. You get it? It's fully grown. So it can no longer grow. It can either put on weight or lose weight. You get? Depending on the condition. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be growing much bigger. So basically, that's what I really wanted to show you, that the growth rate of the animals is the source of the money. If your animals don't grow at a high rate, you don't have dollars. If your animals grow at a high rate, you have dollars. I showed you about the other young kid and what I can get out of it. Just imagine if I slaughter this goat, because this goat can go up to 60 kilos. You get? So let them see this. It can grow. No, you can't even leave it. This can grow up to 60 kilos. Sorry, live weight. Or 80 kilos. If this goat gives me 80 kilos, and if I slaughter it, that's the live weight. So if I'm doing the carcass is half live weight. So if this goat is giving me 40 kilos, sorry, 80 kilos, and I'm getting carcass 40 kilos, these are the two things that you're going to get. If I sell this goat on the local market of 20,000, like the way I told you, if it's 20,000, and it's giving me 20 kilos, this is 4 years. You remember I told you that every year I spend over 20,000 on a goat. So 20,000 times 4 years. So I should have spent over 80,000 per goat. You get it? And what happens? 80,000. If I have over 40 kilos of meat on the local market, 40 kilos times 20,000. If you're buying a kilo of goat's meat at 20,000, this you get 800,000 out of one goat. If you're buying each kilo, so this goat can give me 800. I'm going to reach a point and I make you unhappy. How? By showing you what people who roasts can get out of this goat, inclusive of hamiisi, because I'm part of the breeders and I'm part of the roasters, those who roasts, those who grills. So I'm getting the man of breeding and I'm as well tapping in the man of roasting. So what do I mean? At my cafe, if you reach at the cafe, each kilo of meat, each quarter, we sell it for 1,000. I say that many times because a quarter goes for 10,000. So if this goat is giving me 40 kilos times 40,000, that is 1.6 from this one goat. Even if I slaughter it on this weight, on this edge, it has already given me many kids. So I'm in profit that I can get out of this. So my dear, the reason why I'm showing you all this is a business. It's a permanent business that someone can go into and it can make you all employed. Because I'm seeing many people, recently they advertised jobs from all over some of the districts, and people were yearning to look for a jobs. And you know, they only needed around 10 people. So around 10,000 people applied. What does that mean? It means if you had a degree, 1 degree on the village, now you have around 30 or 50 degrees on the village. That's why we don't have space where we can put people, or we don't have space where we can be employed, but the demand is high. So what am I trying to mean? If you go into these kind of businesses of farming and you really do it passionately, you have a lot of money that you can get from there. So, my dear people, my intention of showing you that I needed you to get the difference between the age of the animals. I needed to emphasize the point of genetics, that the better genetics, the more money you get. So don't fail to invest more in the genetics and you fail to get the money. Invest more money in the genetics and the rest will follow. I told you the pillars of success in animal farming are three. One is genetics, two is feeds, three is management. And all of them I've tried my best to explain to you so that you guys you can really understand it. So We call this to know the age of the animal and how you can compare their possible costs. I've showed you even the possible market that you can have. So please understand it as a farmer, have it at the back of your mind. Let me just wish you the best and bye for now.